Awesome. Well, what's up, guys? I see some people finally joining. Welcome back. It's Wednesday night. The weather's finally getting better. The sun's staying out longer. Open water's pretty much everywhere. I know some places you guys still have some colder weather, but Jeremy, how was your week, man? I know life-wise it's been up and down for you, but I know you got out fishing a little bit. We actually came over with Ricky and did some painting, or watched
Yep.
Ricky attempt to paint, and then watched you paint one, and we thought you were just kind of winging it, and man, did it turn out pretty amazing.
Yeah, not too bad. Let's get a look
Which
at it.
the crazy part is in person, guys, there's actually a hollow foil that he painted over, and that hollow foil still pops very, very well. I know it's hard to tell in this video here, but it was crazy. And then he decided, oh, you know what? I'll just keep painting some more. He painted another one, and that one is the one that caught my attention. So the pink kind of comes through on the belly. You get that crackle kind of look at the top. So you get a nice heavy color, but then you get that brighter green, which I love is that it's like kind of like a faded green. But that could be a fun one because you could do like oranges and reds and blues and oh geez, he's knocking stuff over. Blues and blacks, blues and greens.
Just water.
Okay, at least it was just the water. We didn't have a party foul. And yes, babe, we were over there. It wasn't midnight. I was home before midnight.
Yeah, it seemed later because I'm getting old. I don't know.
It was a fun night. We were just chilling, talking bait, watching, coming up with different ideas, having fun. But yeah, if any of you definitely want to join, want to talk, want to do anything, send a request to Real Custom Art. We'll get you in. Love to talk to you guys. Like I said, tonight we're just talking fishing, basically, talking baits. What did you guys do this week? What did you guys get into this week? Are you excited about anything coming up? Ricky and I are excited. We got our tournament coming up here in April, our first one for the season. So that'll be interesting. It's at a lake I don't fish a lot of. I know Ricky fishes it. It's Prairie Queen. So I'm going to have to go do some research. But I'm trying to wait to see what Mother Nature decides to do because we've had 70-degree weather, 40-degree weather, 30-degree weather, back up to 50s, and then we're going to be back up to 70, and then super, super, super windy.
Bipolar.
Yeah. But
that's
um,
not
now, I saw you went out, was it last night? Yeah, it was last night. You
Yeah.
went out, you got in, was it one or two little bass, and then you got into a bunch of
No, I just got in a bunch of crappie.
crappie.
So on Fish
That's what
Brain,
it
I just
was.
uploaded some old ones. That's all I did. So, but yeah, caught 10 crappie in like 45 minutes. I
Hey,
got there about 6:45, and it got dark. It was kind of a last minute thing. I was getting sick of being inside, and I just needed to get out. So,
yep. Yeah, I was gonna say I got out. I didn't stay out long. I think I was only out for like an hour. Went down to the lake over by me, and it was weird. I made like 5 casts, nothing. Made 5 casts in a different direction, nothing. Was about to switch baits, and then all of a sudden, boom, decent small little pike, which you guys might have saw on the Instagram post. Got it off the hook, released it, make 2 more casts, nothing. Make 1 more cast in a different direction, boom, another small decent pike. It was just like those 3 pike all hit within like a 10-minute span of each other, so it was kind of fun. But I realized with all this wind, it wasn't my straight. I was fishing from shore, so when I was just casting straight ahead of me and reeling it back in, that's not when I was getting them. It's when I was casting more, bringing it kind of more parallel to the bank.
yep.
Is when. So I was wondering. I'm curious if they were cruising the shore because of everything getting pushed in from the wind. But
They're probably hugging the rocks for warmth,
that
and
too,
then
because temperatures
just your
dropped a
bait
lot
hitting.
yesterday.
Yeah, your bait running down the rocks that's probably where all the bluegill and stuff is. That's probably where they're hiding, and they're
Yep.
trying to feed on them. But
Well, yeah, because getting out with what's kind of fun taking Ricky out on the boat is he's he loves just bringing out like the panfish rod and like a little crappie jig.
Yeah.
And the fun part about that is I'll see stuff lighting up on sonar, and I'm like, okay, is that a bass? Is that a pike? What are we seeing actually? He'll just toss his little minnow down there. Sure enough, we'll find out. Okay, it's a school of bluegill, school of crappie. But then it's like, okay, well, they're hugging the tree or they're hugging the rock. So it's kind of like I'm learning a little bit from it. So it's kind of fun having him out there because it's like, oh, I didn't even think about what's down there.
So that's what's crazy. Like yesterday, I seen a lot of movement in the water. Like when the wind would die, you could see like streaks of, little wakes everywhere.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden it started like, when the sun would pop out for a minute and then they go behind the cloud. When it popped out, you'd see all this jumping out of the water, but it wasn't like real big splashes or anything. I'm like, all right, I'm not getting any bites. I see stuff moving, nothing's going after. I tried small crankbait, real small finesse style one. Nothing, not even a bump, not even a hit. So I'm like, well, I got my crappie stuff from when me and Ricky went a couple weeks ago. So I went and grabbed that out of my truck. Started out with just like a silver one, not really much happening. I'm like, I'll try a chartreuse tail, because it's a little clearer water.
A little flair to it.
First cast, bam, instantly. And then it was just one after another after. No matter where I threw it, it'd be like every 3 cast, it was a good sized crappie. And the smallest was probably 7, 8 inches. All the rest were, well, the 2 I took a picture of on my case, that's on a regular
10-inch case.
Yeah, 11-inch case or whatever this
Oh,
is.
yeah, 11. That's an 11, yeah.
So it was end to end. One kind of hung over slightly, but
Hey, that's not bad at all. So you're talking probably a good pound and a half.
yeah, there were numbers. Like I said, they were popping everywhere out of the water.
See, and that's what's fun, especially this time of year. When the water's cold like this, you're not necessarily going to get numbers. But if you don't mind, like you said, just okay, I'm not catching anything. Let's downsize and see what happens.
Yeah.
It becomes a fun day.
Well, and then another reason why I switched to that is because Chris went out there Monday and yesterday, and he was throwing a little fly he tied.
Yep.
And he was getting into the he had a couple bass. One was decent size.
Oh yeah.
About 1.5 pounds, almost 2. And then a bunch of crappie as well. So I'm like, you know what? He's catching crappie. That was another reason why I switched over too, just to see if I could figure out what it was. Because I didn't know if it was carp, because that was the lake that so a couple of their lakes they didn't kill off. They just let be. And that was one of them. So I don't know how bad that one flooded as far as
Gotcha.
Asian carp. So I didn't know it was some kind of carp or, But I know there's a lot of shad in there, so I was trying to throw like shad colors, and that's why I went that smaller. This is what I caught a bass on last time I was out there. That little Curve 55.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
But again, they're so shallow in certain areas of that lake. Just bring in a bunch of moss and stuff, and
That's
pretty
the thing, though.
this time of year.
So we took Ricky out. Let's see, Ricky came out with me. Oh, when was it? That was Sunday.
Sunday.
We got out there because the weather was starting to get better. We got out there a little later, so we got there about like 10:30, 11. The dam, at least at this lake, the grass hasn't started growing good enough yet, and that day the wind was blowing away from the dam. So we went down to this corner that was really fire last year, and sure enough, Ricky gets out there, and we were throwing stuff similar to this, something red basically was the way to go in a liftless, and doing more of a slower retrieval. That way it would kind of hang lower in the water column. And sure enough, it was like you'd think you got snagged, but no, it was a fish.
Just a light bite.
A light bite, but it was almost like an abrupt, like you were reeling it in, and you like snagged something. So it was like you got hit, but then nothing, just
Right.
dead weight. So you thought you were snagged, but he caught himself. It was another decent pike, and then all of a sudden it was just like nothing though. It didn't matter where we were throwing, what we were throwing. It went dead again. he gets off the lake. Dad and I said, okay, well, we've been around. Well, I guess we didn't get nothing. We went around a corner and we were fishing for a bit. I was throwing a similar kind of red lipless. Got a little bass. Dad got a little bass, and then we went up to back up to the dock, dropped Ricky off, and then we were like, okay, we've given that corner time to settle down. Maybe we just stirred it up a little too much. Let's go back and see if anything's kind of reloaded. Because with that lake, there's bass, there's pike, and the bass will kind of hunker down a bit, but the pike are going to be cruising.
Yep.
So we went back down and we make the same left. We come down. There's a tree line. We go straight towards the tree line, and then we kind of come across it. Dad was throwing. What was that? Oh, Dad was decided to throw on a translucent, but with red and orange flake in there. Square bill. I think it's the not Lunker Hunt. Lucky Craft is the one who makes it, and he caught himself like a little bass. Nothing to brag about, but he caught something finally.
Yep.
But we start. It's like it comes into a cove and it gets really shallow. It goes anywhere, but there's pockets of there's deeper pockets. And I'm casting, and I'm bringing back just the slimy green moss, but it's green. So I'm like, okay, hold on. There's already good algae bloom in this corner. It's early in the season. The wind's blowing into this cove. Okay, if the bait fish got to be in here because this is where they're feeding on the algae. And then the bigger fish got to be moving in because that's where the bait fish are. So I'm like, all right, hit anchor mode. I'm casting into this cove and I'm reeling it back into the wind. Not with it. All of a sudden, boom. And you saw the post. I think I shared it. The big old, if this thing was spawning, it would have been heavier, but 2 pounds and was 18 inches long.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful bass. And then we stayed in the corner and it was just, okay, another pike, another small bass. And then the crazy part was though, so we were anchored and we found, okay, we found where they kind of dropped, but we found where there was a bed of, there was like a bed of the greener moss kind of growing, because every time I kept throwing the hooks would get caught up with it. So I yelled at Dad, I was like, hey, grab your finesse rod, because I didn't bring mine because how windy it was. He throws out the Nico. Sure enough, another pound and a half bass comes out of nowhere and hits it. But the weird part is they're not spawning yet. They're feeding up. So I'm excited to see what does the way.
Yeah, the weather hasn't really steadied enough and got warm enough yet. That water's still pretty damn cold.
It was, well, see, that day was a nice day, but it was 47 going into it, and then that day it started out at 48. We got up to 51 on that end of the lake by midday. And yes, babe, I did. So I gave my dad one of the red lipless crankbaits, and I lost mine, so then I had to go steal his. I cut it off his rod and said, I'm tying it on. You're not throwing it. He was a little angry, but it's all good.
Yeah, me and Ricky went out that Saturday, and I was throwing a red craw-colored jerk bait, Crush 50, and just nothing. We tried everything. He was throwing the prawn on a T-rig, and yeah, it was.
Well,
that's the thing.
You were at a different lake though.
That was
Shadow, which Shadow has a lot more grass and it's not really a rocky lake.
Yeah, there's a lot of grass now and a lot of moss too. But I hear everybody else having a ton of luck out there, but I can't get anything to bite. I walked all over. I tried everything. I tried swim baits. I threw everything that day.
Yeah,
matter of fact, I probably had to respool my reel because I keep cutting shit off it.
Oh, jeez.
Tying new shit on.
Yeah, at a lake like that, the red may not be the move, just because, like I said, the red's been the move at the lakes that have the rock because of all the crawfish. Because, like I said, that bass that I pulled up, bright red lips, bright red gill plates from where they're flushing out the craw when they eat it.
That's true.
But one of the other lakes I went to that has no rock, it's not the case. So it's just you got to figure out, okay, what are they eating on, and then try to match the hatch basically. But in this water, you just got to slow it down.
Yeah, I got some gill color jerk baits coming, or flat 70s coming.
Yep. So. Yeah, come spawn time, that'll be fire because the The bluegills still haven't gotten their color back yet because the bluegill, at least that Ricky were catching, they were kind of more of that palish color still.
Kind of grayish.
Yep. Yep. So they haven't gotten their colors back yet, but like I said, this week's supposed to get sunny. We're supposed to have some warmer water, so color should be coming back. But what up? You're sideways for us, but what you up to?
Yeah, I'm charging my phone.
Oh.
But yeah. If you hear excess noise in the bathroom, it's just or in the background, it's just my brother.
Gotcha. You pouring baits right now, or what you up to?
Yeah, I'm just filling orders.
Nice, nice. I was say, I think I've seen some posts. You've gotten out fishing. How's it been for you out where you're at?
I've caught 3 bass this year. Well, 3 largemouth, to be exact.
Nice.
One was like pound and a half. The other was a 2.4. Yeah, 2.4, which I caught on my emerald shiner stickworm. And then I caught another one that actually broke my PB largemouth because my PB largemouth used to be 2.5 pounds, but I broke it. I broke it like last week or something like that. I went. Now it's 3.63.
Nice.
pounds.
There you go.
I was gonna say, I was gonna ask you guys.
Yeah.
That's got to
Funny
feel like some sort of accomplishment when you catch a decent fish on something you made. I was like, I don't make baits, but
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
the fish that I caught on the bait that I made was the 2.4 pounder.
nice. So a solid
But
fish.
the other ones I caught. Doctor, be quiet. The other ones I actually caught. So funny story. Doctor, stop.
Little man's getting it.
Uh, the other one I caught. The other 2 I caught on. So funny story. So I cast out with a Texas rig. Strike King Rage Tail.
Okay. Yep.
And as first cast that I make with that, I'm reeling in, and a decent sized largemouth comes up and swoops up and bites my straws right off.
Oh man.
So I cast it out. I cast it out one more time, just the body that had it. Jack or Tucker, you need to stop freaking yelling. So I cast it out next cast with just the body, and it had like no action in the water. And as I'm reeling in, that I want to say it's the exact same bass that bit my claws off. I got it right just on the body. It was a 3.63 pounder one. And I was like, hey, this I guess this is working. So I cast out one more time and I caught that pound and a half.
Hey, that's solid. That's a good day of fishing right there.
And yeah. The one that I caught in my emerald shiner stickworm, I was using a Texas rig, and I kind of just like pitched it out there because it wasn't I was fishing a whole bunch of private skyline ponds, so it was a certain section that wasn't very big. So I kind of just pitched it out there, probably like 5 feet. And as I was reeling in, like less than a foot away from me, there was literally was the bank, and then the water, and less than a foot. Doctor. Was the bank, and then like less than a foot away from me, there was the water, and I didn't notice, but there was a bass sitting on a bed right there. So as I was reeling in, it swooped up at it. I didn't get it, and then I didn't cast. I literally just dropped it right there and started kind of popping it up and down, and then I get it, and it had a huge head, was not a thick belly whatsoever. But the 3.63 pounder, she was a pre-spawn, so she had a nice thick belly.
There you go. Yeah, we're not there yet here. Like I said, everything's starting to finally move, but we've had some, like Jeremy said, some bipolar weather for sure.
Soon, I'd say in a couple weeks.
We're close. It's gonna be really good, really, really good. But I was gonna say, while you're on and while everybody else is on, if you guys go check out the link in my bio, I'm doing a giveaway on this guy right here. This is the Monster Bass bag from March. This is the one that has all of the winning baits from the Bassmaster Classic in it. So make sure you guys go hit that giveaway up. You got till, I think next week to enter. So as long as you're in the U.S., go ahead and enter. That includes you, Jeremy. You can enter.
Yeah.
It's a random thing. Don't worry.
I'm supposed to be going fishing again this Saturday, and I'm gonna hit up a couple, like 2 ponds and 2 rivers.
There you go.
Yes, that is the tournament.
Decent.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Within a decent.
I was gonna say I was gonna get out today, but it got too cold, and I'm a baby. I did it yesterday. My hands froze, and then I called it good. Today I got chores done instead, so it made the wife happy a little bit. But Sunday, I'm definitely going to be on the boat all day, and then the rods are in the truck. So if you get bored one night, Jeremy, text me. Friday or Saturday, I'll head out.
Yeah, I'll see what's going on for sure.
Or if you're bored on Sunday, let me know. We're going on the boat all day. We got to get you on your pike.
Yeah. Think I got. Oh, we're doing a family Easter on.
Saturday. That's right. Oh, on Saturday?
Yeah, we're doing our Saturday. So
I keep forgetting that Sunday's Easter. So happy early Easter to everybody if you celebrate. I am horrible with that. This whole COVID thing screws up my whole what day it is and what holiday it is because it just doesn't feel like it normally should.
Yeah, I think if it's nice enough, I'm just gonna grill out a bunch of stuff and have a good time. So. Let the kids run wild in the yard.
There you go. I was gonna say if you're not doing anything, they'll hit me up. Like so, I'll be out all day Sunday. So.
Okay.
But.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be going fishing Saturday, and I'm gonna be throwing more soft plastics.
Nice.
Basically be throwing everything. I just got my bait in the mail from Pete over at Stoneman.
Nice. What did you have, Stone? I was gonna say if you got it, what did Stoneman paint for you?
I got a rainbow trout.
Bait. You got it handy? I'm curious to see it. This will be interesting because you have a hard swim bait trout that. By the way, guys, if you want to purchase, hit them up. It is. I've seen it in person. The video doesn't do it justice. This thing is drop dead gorgeous. And once our water warms up, if he still has this, he won't have it much longer because I probably will buy it from him and be throwing it because that'll just be pike candy right there.
And then I have the gill version too.
Yep. Which I love that. That's your version of the Gillikin color, correct? From Sixth Sense?
Pretty close, yeah.
With your own little flare?
And then I might be doing a giveaway. Try to get me 1,000 here pretty soon. So maybe there might be a swim bait. I might be throwing this one in a mix here soon. Since I did a video on it, I said I'd give it away. So look forward to that. So.
All right, let's see what he has here. Okay, so more. So very similar. I think you guys use the same blank. So very similar blank. Yep.
Yep.
I can't remember what this blank
Yeah, it's
is.
the same one.
Same blank. Yep. Now is that more?
I know there was
Is that more rainbow trout or is that more brown trout?
this is rainbow. It's just the lighting in my camera sucks.
So if you put your hand behind it, sometimes it helps with focus if you got good light. But yeah.
Ooh, I like it. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a little darker color, a little different pattern setup.
I like his dot. Dot's a lot better than mine.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
No, it's like I said. I don't think either one are bad baits. You can definitely see your guys' different styles, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pumping.
Oh yeah.
Saturday.
So Chris said he'll throw in a pike fly if I do a giveaway. So.
Ooh. I see.
I know.
I'm gonna get Chris and my old man out. The old man loves fly fishing. Those two would have fun and just nerd out. But the real question is: has Chris gotten out and fly fish for any of the trout that they've been stocking?
I believe he tried at Louisville, but they're not biting out there. I don't know what the deal is.
Oh, that's the thing, though, is those stalker trout, who knows? They may not bite flies. I know they bite anything that swims past their face, but...
Well, they will, but I gave a little spinner to a buddy that was out there camping, and he didn't have any luck. So I think they're just like, they went to the middle of the lake, and they just stayed there.
Gotcha.
I thought about trying it last night, but I didn't really feel like taking them home and cleaning them out. But yeah, that's right. He did catch a.
Oh,
he
nice. Limited out 2 rivers. There you go.
I forgot he went that day.
That is one fun thing. You get an ultra light pole or a light pole, or you get a fly rod and you go after those stalker trout. That's a fun fight.
Yeah, I was using with the crappie and that. I was using my catfishing ice rod. So.
Oh, okay. So it can still be fun.
No.
But no, it's I definitely would say the one nice thing about the trout stockings, if you've got younger anglers or if there's anybody that you'd like to get into fishing, it's definitely a good way to get them in because you're gonna catch a trout. Unless they've already been like pretty much all limited out basically. It's a good way to get them hooked because they're gonna catch stuff.
Oh yeah.
Caught them on a fly and a spinning reel.
They're fun fighting fish,
They are. They got plenty of energy. But
I'm set. Go fishing on Saturday. I'm going to be targeting trout and bass because there's a river here called River, and I may be wrong on the number, but they just stocked it with I want to say 10,000 trout rainbows.
Okay.
I may be a little off, but it was somewhere around.
So now the question is, do you eat the trout after you catch them? Because I know a lot of people that don't eat fish, Ricky, which is fine.
I did, and I caught them last fall just to try it.
I was wondering, do you eat the trout when you keep them, or do you release them?
I actually ate the ones I caught, and I
really just all the
bait.
Hey-o. That's true. Yeah, it depends on the size that they are and where I'm fishing, what body of water I'm fishing. But I'll really eat anything, any type of fish. Like the only fish that I won't eat is largemouth. I won't eat smallmouth. Um, yeah, that's about it.
Nice.
Basically,
Ricky, I got your lure.
I'm a big.
Hey guys, that's
Yeah.
Ricky's jerk bait that he decided to paint. Which
Hold on. I got
some
the other one.
some of the things he did on that jerk bait, I was actually like excited for when he decided, okay, I'm going to do a white but then silver. Especially when you said that typically when you do your silvers, you do like a black to help make the silver pop, but that silver and white combo worked. And then he did the black, I don't know, lines or spots, whatever you want to call those. I'm like, okay, I'm liking it. Then he had the orange. I'm like, okay. And then he got a little carried away with the red. Oh yeah. And then there's this one, which Ricky, you have to put your hand behind.
Yeah,
Okay.
put your hand behind it. It'll really bring it out.
Yeah, it's a hot mess, is what that is.
But even my old man agrees that thing actually looks a lot better in the water than we thought it would. When he catches something on it, it's gonna be amazing. I'm excited.
You're late to the party. They caught one yesterday.
Oh, you did actually catch one yesterday?
Yes, sir. Caught me a half-ounce bass. Wasn't even a pound.
All right.
It was an ounce.
Hey, but it was something you painted and you caught something on
That's
it.
right. That's right.
That's awesome.
Now I can retire that ugly thing.
See, after watching you paint baits and stuff that day and hanging out, I'm thinking I definitely got to maybe come over and we got to do a little first-timer painting video, and then I'll upload to YouTube. I don't know what I'm going to paint. I'll figure it out, but we'll have to do a video of that. I think you guys might enjoy my struggle because my artisticness is, let's just make it 0. I was that kid that was told to color in the lines, and I just colored. It went everywhere.
You ate the crane?
Yeah, I tried them. They're waxy. No, the different colors didn't mean different flavors, just so y'all know. But Ricky, I was going to show you, and I actually did. You guys get a little sneak peek. I did a video, and I'll get it uploaded tonight. But I did order one of the big old monster bass mystery boxes that Rick's been doing lately. So he has different value ones. He's got like a $50 one, a $100 one. I think I just went there today. There's like a $200 one now. But if you join the VIP list, which is just a text message list, he always does like 50% off discounts. So this is a $100 bag in value that I picked up for only like $50. And you know, if you are someone that's just starting, this actually would turn out perfect because if you don't have a good variety of baits, I mean, it came with canine fluoro line, which I love. Came with a live target popping frog, and that's white, which I like that. Came with which I'll have to let you try. This is the Patriot 2.0 walking bait, which I know you like the top water, Ricky.
Yeah.
I caught 2 bass on one lure last year on that one.
Yep. Came with the Hendrix frog in a nice brown color, and that's a non-popper. So 2 different styles of frogs, a walking bait. And then it got away from the top.
Hendrix frog.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. But the cool part is I could tell it came with stuff that came from basically like different regions of box. So I got the deeper diving jerkbait in a kind of a weird color.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. I did get a different Bait Labs crankbait.
Yep.
And then a good old Vicious Fishing deep diver. Black and chartreuse with a little bit of an orange belly. And then it came with a medium diving KVD, which you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
So already, I mean, shoot, I think that I counted up. There's like 7 hard baits in here. A Lunker Hut Jolt, which is a deeper diving flat side square bill. And
I haven't
then
been
let's
any
see,
of their crankbaits, so
which some good old rage tails. Can't go wrong with those.
nope.
Sweat.
Big bite baits.
Ah. Oh,
Z-Man Pop Frogs. And then I've gotten these craws in a bag before, but not this color. But guys tend to like the purple, so I'm gonna have to give those a try.
So John, you could buy
What's up?
$100 worth of fishing stuff, but I can't get books.
That's a lie because you should go see if I took the camera upstairs, the bookshelf that I let her buy. Well, not the bookshelf, but the books that I let her buy to fill that bookshelf. She needs another bookshelf.
What's up, looking for fish?
So, and then some Ned Ochos. So a good Ned rig bait. And then a brand that I love that I actually haven't seen a lot of people fish lately, but I'd say I know a couple of you guys might have, but the Bomber series. They've got decent baits. They used to throw their jerk baits a lot. And then it came with 2 different packs of hooks. It came with the spear points and these. So all of that, and obviously a bag to carry it all in. And like I said, yes, this is they buy it at $100, but when you use the discount codes, like I said, you can usually get it for 50% off. You usually get it for like 20-30% off. So $50 for all of that. Not a bad bag of baits. Now, like I said, if you're well set and you've got a bait wall like Jeremy or myself, you're probably looking at some of this going, okay, I don't really need that. I don't really need that. I got plenty of those. But if you were just getting started or don't have a lot of baits, this wasn't a bad idea.
I was just seeing a bunch of stuff that I should probably repaint.
I mean, if you want to, you're more than welcome to come raid the store. What were you thinking of repainting?
I don't know. I was just throwing that out there.
But yeah, what's up?
Hey, John. What poundage is that?
So that is they sell. It's a 12-pound that they sell through the Monster Bass website. But if you go to their website, they do offer smaller and bigger town tests. I can tell you, after using that line all year on my spinning rod last season, I think the biggest I caught was like a couple 3-pounders, and I was using it on like a Nico rig setup. It rips through the grass just fine. It holds up fine. It doesn't. What's the word? It doesn't it doesn't get the memory. So like when it doesn't like just stay curled the whole time. And right now, I think if you have to go on Monster Bass, you can get the 110 yards for like $2.90 or something silly. So and they limit you at 5. So what is that? $15 for 500 yards. So.
WPF.
Definitely not. Yeah. I stocked up. I got a few rolls now because you couldn't beat that price. And then actually today was the last day, but I scooped up some stuff from Bass Pro and Cabela's. I think you did too, Jeremy. They did some really good line deals.
So I did do a question or survey type of thing. Dark horse tackle or Monster Bass? Monster Bass won. I don't know if that's based on because you get named brands. So I still want to give Dark Horse a try. Just to support small business. So
I'm with you on that one. If their discount code would work.
Yeah.
I think the reason Monster Bass won is because it's more known to the public.
A little bit of
I was kind of
that.
interested if somebody was like, go big box or, try a little guy. So I wish you would have a thing like saying why, but we tried doing that.
Yeah. I like the Dark Horse idea, and like I said, I definitely want to do one if the discount code works, because I think for that price, I'm down to give it a shot. Just because talking, knowing you personally and then knowing guys like yourself that do custom baits and seeing what you guys do differently, it's kind of fun. Um, which is why I'm excited to actually take a bunch of Jeremy's baits and some of the soft plastics I've bought from people and just take a day once it gets warmed up and actually, okay, I'm going to fish just custom made lures because, man, to catch something big on it and then when everybody's asking, what'd you catch it on? What'd you catch it on? Well, something you can't buy in stores. It just feels special.
Yeah. So that was kind of like my thing with monster bass because I was getting some baits that I get the same or similar blanks of. I'm like, oh, I can paint my own. Why pay, It's kind of the same thing with Dark Horse Tackle. They're using like a lot of the same blanks I'd paint, but I like the custom paint jobs, not like a, kind of a carbon copy paint job,
Yep.
if that makes sense.
No, it does. And like I say, you guys watch my YouTube videos, you see some
Does it?
differences. I do the Mystery Tackle Box even, and I mean, if you're gonna do one of the subscription boxes just to get tackle, I would definitely see the Monster Bass. Even not being part of their staff, I would take all this gear off and tell you Monster Bass just because they do a really good job with the regions where the Mystery Tackle boxes are hit and miss. The last two boxes, as you even agreed, were pretty fire that Mystery Tackle box came out with. And then you get a box like last month where it's like, okay, you got some cool baits like this guy, and then the clutch, which is the Goo Goo Squad chatterbait. But then you got like a sample pack of these random plastics and stuff like that. So
Yeah, BPF, I'm kind of like on the same boat. I don't buy hard baits, but I do buy 6 cents ones because I like how they swim, and it's hard to find baits that swim as true as they do. And then, the couple posts I did, plus these, I repainted theirs, doing my own thing on it. And I got, Ricky got these ones. I got some, they were, $5.99 instead of 10, $10. Or whatever. So buying the clearance out ones,
I was gonna say that's what's cool with like knowing custom bait painters and stuff is like I could go on and snag. Okay, I like Provoke 106X's, but let's say they're running clearance on this color that's just god awful. Well, I can spend half the price for some of those, pay you a couple bucks, and have you repaint it. I don't know if that's god awful. That still intrigues me. It just didn't sell, which is why it was clearance because people look at it and go, eh. But yeah, if you don't like it, have you repaint it, and I'm still better off than if I just, paid full retail for one.
But it's like all these, jigging wraps, Once I'm done with this order, that's 65 lures I've done for this guy in 2 years.
Which is insane.
And yeah, he could buy probably buy the same styles from the store, but he's supporting me, and that's awesome. So.
Yep. Well, or like myself, you find a lure that you just love. Like you said, I love the 6 cents action. I don't know what they do differently with their blanks. They won't say because obviously, you don't want everybody to start copying you too much. I mean, there's already enough copying in the business as there is. But I'm with you. I love the way they swim, but it's like, okay, I got like 60 of these. I love this style, but I don't like this color.
Yeah.
But hold on. Hey, Jeremy, can you make this more of a bluegill? Can you make this more of this? Now I got baits that actually I can use.
And considering I got a lot of them from you, so it works out for me.
we do a little exchange. It's all good.
Yeah, with being able to make my own soft plastics now, I don't really buy many soft plastics anymore. The only other soft plastics that I have that aren't mine are ones I've won in my giveaway. Even then, I haven't won a giveaway in a while, and the only reason why I would ever buy more soft plastics from the store is if I can't make that bait or can't make that color.
Gotcha. I was gonna say, I guess the one thing, and I guess if there's anybody that does their own custom, I think BPF does his own stuff too. From what I'm reading in the comments,
Yeah, he
do you
does some cool
guys
stuff. Check it out.
do you guys go buy some baits just to see, not necessarily for color, but you just buy certain baits to see how they run, just how they work, or I mean, or as a soft plastic guy, will you go buy stuff from the store just because, like you said, you don't have that style? So it's like, ooh, well, what's this like? Or do you go buy a color that you normally don't and fish with it, and then if that color works, do you just go make it yourself?
So, like what
Either
I
one of
do,
you.
I'll go to like Sugar Pits or Barlow's or Cedar Run, whatever. I'll buy 5 different style baits just to try them. I'll fish them. If I like them, I'll buy them. If not, I just, like most square bills everybody does, I'm not a true fan of them. They're hard to find good running ones, so I just don't, unless you get quality ones. But yeah, kind of think about if you're selling them, you got to figure out what you're paying and what you're looking for.
Don't mind me, guys. Just trying to get
Yeah, you're making a lot of noise, Ricky. I was about to ask what you were doing.
trying to get one of his baits out of the bag. I'm about ready to rip the bag.
Just rip the bag.
I usually package them up nicer, but since it was for you, I wanted you to try it a little bit.
Put it in the bag. The wife brought me some popcorn out. Oh, I know. Ricky's excited. He got his crappie, which, God, that is sexy.
But what I like, though, I think it's going to be real well, is like, especially when summer hits and they're kind of finicky and they don't really know what they want, and all of a sudden this big old galoot, with its knock, comes swimming on by.
It's got an aggressive knock.
And we have the bluegill too that Jeremy let me buy from him too. So
She brought me my own little bowl of popcorn. I feel special. But
you're right, John. That is the best part about knowing a custom painter is like those provokes I have that Jeremy's got right now. Online they looked god awful. God awful. It was like electric purple or something like that. They looked god awful. Well, since we know Jeremy, a few coats of white, a few coats of gray, a few coats of red, pattern here, pattern there. Boom, we have a different all around board.
Or if it's you, it's a big coat of red, a big coat of this, a bigger coat of that. We call that going full Ricky.
Full send it, baby. All day, every day.
So if you do custom base making, don't let this man into your area. He will go full Ricky on it, and God knows what creation he'll make.
It took me about an hour to just put all the paints back.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jeremy.
That's all right. I give you a hard time, but trust me, I'll have to come up. We'll have to do a YouTube video. It's gonna be horrible. I'm so nervous. It's gonna be bad.
These jigger wraps are going to be really bright.
Oh, wow.
Walleye fishing though, right there.
So what do
You
you
make
want?
it sound so easy.
You think it is. You think it is. Trust me, that gun is very deceiving.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me. After watching Ricky do it, and then watching Jeremy paint, Jeremy makes it look super easy. Even in person, he's like, "I'm just gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. Oh, let's grab that." And it's like, "Okay, that's a beautiful bait." And then you see Ricky. Well, I'm gonna do a little of this. Oh, that was a lot. I'm gonna do a little of that. Oh, that was too much. Oh, that wasn't enough. And
Jeremy, grab that jerk bait and just show them the one good side, and then flip it around, show the belly. Like that's all you need to see.
you did have one good side on that bait.
Well, here are some that that guy sent back. This is not me though, but my paint held up. The wings did not. This one's bent to crap, but
Oh, maybe that means he hooked on something good.
yeah. Looks like a missed one though.
So did he send those back for you to touch up, or what did he send those back for?
I don't know. I just found them.
Oh,
So, John, your wife brought up a good point.
I just like how Ricky's.
what's that?
She's like, well, why don't you show off your collection, John? I mean, we've seen Jeremy and mine. What's at John's bait shop?
Oh, one sec. Let me stand up. I'll show you guys what I got, and I'll point out what I'm throwing this year. It's not a secret. As you guys know, I will tell you what I'm throwing, when I'm throwing it, where I'm throwing it, because hopefully you guys can learn from it and kind of go out there. So I've got two separate boards. I've got a soft plastic board, and then I got a hard bait board. So on the soft plastic board, I've got my bigger swim baits, which I got the vines in there, and then I got the Biospawn Exo Swims. I got my little swim baits. Same thing. I got Biospawn Exo Swims, and I've got the Divines. I picked up a few different versions of the Big Bite baits. This is the shad, and then I've got their little something else underneath. You guys know I love 6 cents, so I got my worms, my crawls and prawns, which that is a thick stack.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal some of
My clouts, which I need to get more clouts actually, and then my dead fries. Yes, I do have some Guggen baits, and it's mainly because I wanted to try them. I'll still hold up to the point of even their newer ones, which these are their newer batch of plastic. It still doesn't hold up. That's my only problem. Exo lures, I love their stuff. They got decent stuff. What I love about this which is kind of cool. I love Z-Man Razor Shad. Which I did too. There we go. Z-Man Razor Shad. Great trailers. Rage Tails are awesome trailers. And then if you guys haven't done any eco fishing, pick one of these kits up. It's the best thing. Comes with everything you need to know. And then my phone had issues. I got just about a decent selection. A lot of stuff's in the tackle box, though. Those are all provokes, in case anybody's wondering, and there's much more in the tackle box. A bunch of line. Can never have enough line. I love them, though. Check them out. I got all my swim jigs finally up. And then everything that's already been opened, but I just switch out through the year. As you can tell, I may have a problem with jerk baits. I might love them a little much. And I've tried just about every brand. So, and then there's even more, though. There's a bunch of random jigs, there's a bunch of random hard baits under there, a bunch of random soft plastics. Topwater baits that I've opened are in here. Oh, jeez. So I got a topwater box, bunch of random terminal tackle in that one, bunch of just random stuff in this one. But,
Jeremy, I thought yours was bad. I thought your place was bad. You have
stuff
been
that stuff I'm going to sell, random bait bags, the bag I'm keeping, but like I said, I am giving one of these bags away. This is that one. Some baits I just picked up. Some custom baits that I picked up from Tumbleweed. Yeah, it's. Oh, hold on. There's the giveaway stuff. There's the bag I'm giving away. All the tackle I just got. That's not even all my rods. Yeah, I may have a problem, but it's okay.
And you didn't even buy your old lady $100 worth of books.
She got way more than $100 worth of books. Like I said, if we go upstairs, there are plenty of books. Now I gotta
I
figure out how to
got
get back
I
on.
got 2 orders coming in, and then I'm done buying for a while. I got a 6 Sense order and a Tackle Warehouse order coming in. So
I have, let's see, other than the subscriptions, I only have one more order coming in, and then the rest are just going to be subscription stuff. I do have a 6 Sense order coming in with a bunch of different flat-sided square bills. I think I got a bunch of, I did get a bunch of Quake 70s and the Quakes, I think are the other one. Bunch of different colors, so. And then it's just going to be script stuff, so then I'll be good for a
Hey,
while.
Jeremy.
yeah, what's up?
So, I know I don't make hard baits, but I know you do. So, I've been throwing this Alabama Slammer, Alabama bait, Alabama Slammer. And I've noticed that when I stop reeling, it floats up to the top. And I want to say that's because it's like hollow in the middle, but I wasn't for sure.
Yeah, is it? So you can do a few things to weigh it down a little bit. You can put thicker split rings on it, and you put bigger hooks on there or thicker hooks. It looks like it's got pretty good sized hooks on it now.
Good size, but definitely thicker. Because I've thrown baits with jerk baits with the cell hook. You need a thicker hook to weigh it down, and then like you said, the rings, and that'll actually it'll still float, but it'll slow down the float.
And just like I was talking about Ricky's one that we want to do, you could put like a feather tail at the back that give it a little bit more. But up front, what you could do is, I'll find it here. Put a hook with a little spin blade, just a little extra weight, but not much. And that might give it enough weight to hold it down too. But another thing with jerk baits too, they also float based on what line you're using and what the water temperature is too.
Yeah, good point. What kind of line are you throwing your jerk bait on?
You have some
Yeah. What line are you throwing it on?
With the line that so when I fish for bass, I use my 6'6" medium heavy fast action loose Mike Nero combo.
Good combo.
It's a 6:4 gear ratio.
Yep.
And the line that I throw on there most of the time is 15-pound fluoro or 15-pound
okay,
fluoro.
so you're using the right line. I was going to say a 12 or 15-pound fluoro will help keep that bait sink in.
Yeah.
I would, like I said, I'd do what Jeremy said. Switch out thicker hook, switch out to a heavier ring, and then if you have a faster gear ratio, I like those faster gear ratios on my jerk baits because then you can kind of twitch, let it sit. You got slack, but then that way if the fish hits, you can quickly get that slack back in. Because you got to remember with jerk baits or treble hooks, you don't want to rip the hook. You want to just kind of lean into it.
How long is your rod again, too?
Yeah.
That sounds bad, didn't it?
It's a 6 foot.
We expect those questions from you, Jeremy.
He said 6. You said 6'6".
6 foot 6.
So I got a little short, but
it's the only bait caster that I
Yeah,
have.
I would, and I'll be honest with you because I throw a 6'6". The black one we caught it on the pipe, John. My black one.
Yep, which was good for your square bill.
Yep, I have a 6'6". I have a 7 foot. John, what's that Lewis that I bought from you? That's what 7.
The Loose Custom XP. That's a 7 foot medium heavy fast action, and that's actually a great all around rod, and it does perfect for jerk baits.
So I would honestly go to it's great. Go to Walmart, walk right over to the rod section. They sell ugly sticks right there for like $20. That's all my setups are.
Yeah.
Or if you like to lose, which I'm with you, I love lose, which I don't have my rods in here. They're in the truck because it's that time of year. You can actually go to Walmart. Even they have a great the Lose Walmart's version. It's like the Xfinity series.
Mm-hmm.
Get yourself a 7 foot medium heavy, moderate fast or fast action, and that'll bread and butter right there. Be perfect. If you're looking for combo kind of bang for the buck, and like I said, if you like Lose, I can tell you which one is it? It's the
That Black Series one I threw the other day was
yeah,
phenomenal.
that's money though. If you're trying to say budget wise, the custom XP is on the upper end. You're about $129, but they do the what is it? It's the Crush series is like $99. It's the red one, and that's actually perfect because then you got a little bit faster gear ratio and good action.
And so another thing, what I use for jerk baits, what I like using, hold on, lost it in head, but I know one rod I got about 15-pound braid. Because you get it to snap a little bit more when you get that switch, but
you do float a little more.
Yeah, that's
and braid's gonna kind
I
of
just found 15.
they should all pull it down to braid or floral. But
Yeah, I have 15-pound braid on my bait caster now because I backed off really bad. So I had to switch up. But yeah, now I have 15-pound braid on there, which don't get me wrong, this my bait's Alabama Slammer. It has really nice twitching action. If I know this correctly, it's a double knocker.
yeah, I use the same setup for the catwalk. Walking baits.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like the braid because you get, I don't know, because it's like when a fish hits it, you got a little more snapping action. It doesn't give when they take it.
So now you got me
That's
interested.
my opinion. But
But I
Now
mean,
I'm
really,
looking.
Yeah, I can't remember.
if you're having real hard trouble getting it down on a water column, there's a very easy trick that John has showed me. Throw it out, get it real tight, and give it one big giant jerk right off the bat and get it all the way down as far as you can in the water column, and then you just stay kind of right there.
another thing too is if you're standing up on rocks, keep the rod tip down when you're twitching it, because that's also going to cause it to go deeper too. If you hold it up, it's going to bring it up as well. You're not going to get that diving action. But
Rod put down. Yeah, it stays probably 3 to 5 feet under the water as long as I'm reeling and twitching. The only times that it will really come up and float is when I stop reeling.
So yeah, that could just be the natural way the jerkbait is. So for example, the monster bass ones do the same thing. The slick stick 110s, they have a faster float to them. They're actually they are suspending, but they do float up faster. The reason I personally like to provoke is A, it's got good action, but B, it's a little bit more true suspend or a very, very slow suspend because I can actually stop it and it almost just sits there perfectly in the water column and just barely starts moving. So I can also, if you want to kind of play around with some jerk baits, if you got a Bass Pro or Cabela's close by, get the XPS brand. They're super affordable, and you just got to make sure you read. There's one that says floating, and those will quickly jump right to stop. And then there's some that say suspending. If you get their suspending ones, those kind of are close to the same suspending action as the provoke.
And it's kind of all what you want. I mean,
Yeah, I haven't been
because I personally,
to a Bass Pro.
go ahead, kid.
Closest Cabela's to me is 3 hours away.
Gotcha. I guess what's the where do you go shop normally for your baits?
Usually I'll do, depending on what I'm getting, I'll usually go Walmart or Yardbirds.
Walmart. Okay. Pull it up here.
So like me personally, it all depends on the type of year that we're talking. Like right now, it's kind of that up down weather. I'm gonna use my provoke before I use
Yeah.
anything else. Once it starts getting warmer and them bass are gonna be a lot easier to find on them rocks or very easy target areas. I go to my Rapala that floats, and I want it as quick. I mean, like, as soon as I hit it and I stop it, I want the thing to start coming up the minute. And I tell you what, I've had the best of luck with the floating ones. I know John doesn't really care for them, but
Summertime when the grass grows up, floating's good. Or I just take suspending ones and just work them faster.
It's
yeah,
just got that more realistic dead fish, movement.
yeah.
Yep.
And
Yep.
see, this is the time of year where I hate being a fisherman. Actually, like I hate having to use certain colors year round. Like you have to use a lipless, you have to use a jerkbait, but you got to work it slow as crap. It's
I mean, it's not necessarily a have to, but it's more of like, so like when I took you out Sunday, you mixed it up. We were mixing it up in the beginning, but then we just realized, okay, if they're hitting a bait, they're hitting a bait. But then it was playing around with the reel speed. At first we were cranking them too fast. Okay, slow it down a little bit, give it a pause, and then we found, okay, we got to find where the rocks are, find where that grass is, and then I mean you got to break your lake down. So yeah, this time of year definitely takes a little more thinking. Compared to when the water's warmer and they're more active, where you can just go, okay, I'm going to work this and something's going to hit it. So, but it pays off though. I mean, shoot, you caught yourself a decent pike, landed a crappie, landed a bluegill. Shoot, I think you had a small bass too, didn't you?
nope. Bass is the only one that we didn't catch that
Bass
day.
was the only one you didn't. And then, like I said, basically we let it warm up a hair. We made that other circle back, and then Dad and I went back through, and I got that decent bass, got a little pike also. So, I mean, we got to do a little more thinking this time here, which, yeah, can suck.
It's one of the things. I don't like being repetitive. I like to be able to just walk out there and just throw and go. Like my favorite time of the year is when chatterbaits start coming out. Like when we start using chatterbaits,
Yep.
that is when my time of the year is here.
Yep. We need that grass to get up there a little more. Just ripping it through the grass line.
And Jeremy's gonna know what I'm talking about. That type of morning when you walk out there, it's 75 degrees, and you tie on this 25-inch freaking catwalk. It feels like you feel like you're going deep diving, and then all of a sudden, bloop 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 bloop, bam, 4-pound bass right out of the rock. Oh, so beautiful.
Oh, what's up, Kate? Is reeling? How's your day, man?
Yeah, I also like to just get up and throw. That's why I usually on all of my reels or all of my rods, I have a snap swivel tied on so that I can literally just patch a lure on and I can switch it out all the time without having to cut
Gotcha.
line. Besides, if
I've tried it.
I do a weighted trick,
I
that's really the to put a weight
So
on.
snap swivels are good. Yeah, you can switch ridge outs, but I would also try rigging some of your stuff without a snap swivel. Do a direct tie to the O-ring or to the hook area. You do get different actions out of those baits.
Yeah.
Like on your jerk bait with a snap swivel, it's going to be more of an open wobble. You get a little bit of tighter flick when you direct tie. And definitely on your crankbaits. On your square bills, I personally would do a direct tie on.
Yeah. That's what I do. I don't do a snap rule for everything that I throw. A lot of the things that I do throw, I will do a snap rule. But if I'm throwing crankbaits, if I'm throwing jerk bait or
little oval ones,
even a swim bait.
some just these little quick release things.
Yep. So even I had a conversation with Jeremy what was that? Yesterday I called you, and we were talking about those speed quakes. They're great looking in the water. We've already had tons of visuals. Both John saw it, I saw it, his dad saw it. They look great. Problem is they don't get down in the water column. They stay right about a foot and a half underneath the water. Which during the summer, it'll be great.
Yep.
Right now, we need to get down and we need to get in front of the face. So, like, me and Jeremy need to experiment on ways, like different hooks.
Well,
I think that's why they came out with the speedway to get that lip too, to kind of.
Yeah.
But that's not diving very deep either. So.
No, the speed wake and then that one they're more shallow. The hyper jerk and the what's the other one? I'm looking at my water now because I got it hanging up. I can't think of the name of it.
Is it a hybrid crank or something like that?
Yeah, the swim crank. That's the one that goes 3 foot or deeper, depending on your ratio and stuff.
Yeah, it's all what you want. Like me, I wanted it to get down in the water column as fast as possible. For around here, because we need to get down, because they'll follow it off the rocks around here. Yep. As long as they're in deep enough water, they'll follow. And just to continue from our conversation last week, I did figure out why DeSoto is closed right now.
Yeah, what's that?
I'll let you guys take a few stabs at it and see if you guys figure it out.
Water levels.
Bird migration.
There you go. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. The girl in the office that I talked to was not very happy about my conversation I had with her. She goes, "Oh, we do it for birds." I go, "Because somebody wants to see a bird fly by. I can't catch a 5-pounder?" She goes, "Well, it'll be open April 15th. They're still going to be here." Well, that's not going to help me right now, is it, sweetheart?
I'm surprised she didn't tell you that if you want a 5-pounder, you go to the Mexican joint and get a burrito.
Yeah. Very true.
Which sounds really good, actually.
It does. We're meeting up for burritos now. I'm hungry.
I got to lean this.
Yeah. Sad thing is, I already did grilled chicken on the grill.
By the way, I have to admit that crab ragout pizza that we had at your house the other night was pretty damn good. I got to admit.
The pork would have been good if it was like on a thicker crust. I don't like thin crust.
Yeah, I'm not a big thin crust guy.
I'm probably going to have to get off here in a little bit just to give everybody a heads up.
No, you're good. I was just looking at the time, too, so I was thinking about wrapping it up here and basically I was just going to ask kind of what's everybody's, I know we know what, I guess, Ricky, what's your plans for the weekend for fishing, or what are you trying to accomplish?
Yep. We haven't made it that far yet. I haven't talked to you at all about fishing, so usually you're the go-to on Sunday.
And then LT, I know you're getting out. You're going to the river, you said, and possibly a couple lakes?
Yeah, going to 2 ponds.
2 ponds, 2 rivers. Okay.
And pop.
So.
Yeah, I get a bunch of install work. So.
Well, like I said, if you can break away Sunday, hit me up. We'll get you out there.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on. I'm sure I'll get out of there.
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe if we go on Sunday, maybe we'll just hit up Shadow. I know the morning bite at Shadow has been a little bit better than the evening bite. So maybe we can just meet up with Jeremy there, you know?
Or we just slave a million crappie out at Louisville.
I'm actually, you know what, John? Let's do that. Let's go out there with Jeremy. Because I've never been out to Louisville, ever.
Yeah, I'm down. We can go wherever. I still want to get the boat out later, though.
Mm-hmm. We'll figure some out. I'll see what's going on. I got a bunch of stuff to do, so.
BPF says he's finally getting out first time Saturday, so Well, perfect. Well, here's everybody's homework that's watching. Get out this weekend. Go fish. Tag one of us in a post. I'd love to see what you guys catch. And next Wednesday, bring a story. I would love to get more people into the conversation. Bring me your fishing story from the weekend. I don't even care if you caught
All
the
right.
dink of the day or the tank.
I got it. So the lure I said I'd give away and the fly that Chris said he'd give away, we'll run it for a week or so and have everybody, tag me in their story with the fish they caught. Within that time, I'll give the 2 lures away. So
There
I
you
might
go.
throw something else in there too. So I'll post
There you
something.
go.
Watch for that. In the meantime, tag me. So
Perfect. Well, to LT and Ricky, we'll see you guys next Wednesday probably.
Peace.
What's
One
up,
quick
buddy?
thing. I did request to follow you on FishBrain.
Oh, perfect. I'll have to check my phone. I just looked for my phone when I realized I'm talking to my phone. I'll check my phone here and make sure I got you added in. Shut up, Ricky.
Okay.
I'm on
Hey.
FishBrain too. It's Real Nebraska Fishing. So
Yep. Yeah,
If you guys
follow
wanna-
us. Like I said,
You guys want real fishermen, you follow me because I don't have it.
I'm not good at keeping up on it. So
No,
I'm good at it. I keep up on mine religiously.
I'll have to. I think I need to reinstall mine. I know I have one.
But like I said, the reason I use it is you don't have to post your spot to make it public. You can post your spot to keep it private to you, but it's a good tool to go back to because I know exactly, okay, where was I catching them this time last year? What was the weather like? It records all that data. So then it's like, okay, if I'm going out Sunday, this time last year, was it the same weather? Was it different? Or what was I using when the weather was like this? Then I have a better advantage of what to get out with.
I'm just gonna tag Ricky's house every time.
Yeah, I don't have many posts on FishBrain. I think I have like 3 posts of me actually catching fish because I had to remake a new FishBrain,
Gotcha.
which sucks a lot. But and I had to go back and figure out because for some reason, I put on there. I put the 2 bass that I caught like last week, and I put the smaller one on there as my PB, and it's not.
Oops. But
And I've tried to and it just won't work.
yeah, it's
So I don't know.
finicky. They're doing updates, but well, awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, hey, good luck this weekend. Like I said, pay attention for Jeremy's post. Make sure you tag us up in your catch, and you might win yourself something. Like I said, I don't even care if it's the dink of the day. It could be the tank. It could be the dink. Post either one. As long as you catch something.
Oh yeah, one of the ponds I'll be fishing is where in 2011 my state record largemouth was caught out of.
Okay, you catch that. I'll figure something to give you.
They have there's giant fish in there. Like your variety of catching bass, there's smallmouth and largemouth in there. Your variety of poundage is you'll catch a 3 or lower, or you'll catch a 7+.
Gotcha.
Nice.
And it's like always stocked.
Get after it, man.
It's like always stocked because fish in
Well,
there.
shit. Well, finish making your
there's-
baits and go kill it. But so,
Hopefully.
all right, man. We'll take it easy. Shout at us next week if you're on.
You too.
All right, later, man.
Okay.
Later, man.
Later.
So there you have
Oh,
it.
man. I'll be curious to see what we get. I hope people get out, get fishing. I'll definitely have to repost it once you make a post, and I like that. Like I said, hopefully we can see some cool things.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what fly Chris comes up with. So I'll get a
be
picture of
interesting.
that once I get it in my hand. So.
Can we catch something to add to it, though? That's the thing.
Oh yeah.
So awesome. Well, I'll let you get on.
Maybe we have to test it out first.
Might
Maybe
need
I'll
to.
keep it for myself and throw something else in. So
Just don't lose it. Awesome. Well, I'll let you get on for the night. I don't know. My wife's yelling at me too. So next time, guys, tune in for episode 5. Don't know what we're going to talk about. It's going to be fishing related. Maybe. We'll figure it out. So we'll speak to you guys next Wednesday.
Later. Peace.
Later.